True elegance isn't in accessories that demand attention, but in those you barely notice individually, yet miss intensely when they're absent. There is a specific type of accessory that elegant women wear consistently, minimalist pieces that seem insignificant until you understand the silent work they do. I'm going to show you 9 of these accessories that transform ordinary outfits into memorable looks without shouting for attention. They're strategic choices that few people master precisely because they require understanding elegance beyond the obvious. The first accessory you need in your wardrobe is a minimalist metal brooch. I'm not talking about those floral grandmother brooches, but simple sculptural pieces, clean geometric shapes, a small hollowed circle, an abstract curved line. The modern minimalist brooch works because it adds a focal point exactly where you need it. Pin it to a blazer lapel to create interest without competing with the rest of the look. Use it at the knot of a tied scarf for a polished finish, or place it near the shoulder of a plain dress to break up large areas of solid color. The secret lies in size and finish. It should be between 3 and 5 centimeters, and matte metal works infinitely better than shiny. A well-placed brooch communicates attention to detail in a way few accessories do because it's not something everyone wears precisely for that reason. When worn with intention, it stands out through sophisticated subtlety. The second item is the slim, elongated chain bracelet with small, delicate links. The difference here isn't the material. It can be gold-plated, it can be silver, but the length and the way it falls on the wrist. A bracelet that fits too tightly loses the movement that makes this accessory special. You want one that sways slightly when you gesture, that has presence without calling for attention. The key is to wear just one, never stacked with other pieces. It works as that final touch that suggests care for detail. It looks particularly elegant when you wear 3/4 sleeves or roll up a shirt's cuffs, because then it appears in motion, not hidden, not overly exposed. The delicate chain also has an important visual function. It elongates the line of the arm and adds lightness to looks that might otherwise feel too structured or serious. Third, the thin leather belt with a discreet buckle. Here the keyword is proportion refinement. I'm talking about belts no more than 2 centimeters wide, made of quality leather. Even if not luxurious, it needs good structure. The buckle should be small and simple, preferably square or rectangular, without excessive shine. This type of belt works in ways a traditional belt simply can't. It defines the waist without adding visual bulk, lets you shape the silhouette of loose dresses without breaking their flow, and adds polish to tailored trousers without competing with the rest of the look. Always loop it through belt loops when wearing trousers, and over dresses or light coats when you want added definition. The most versatile color is medium caramel, which acts as a universal neutral and ages beautifully with wear. Another benefit of this type of belt is that it allows you to adjust body proportions elegantly. When you wear a straight dress, for example, the thin belt creates a waist without adding volume, keeping the line clean. The fourth accessory is the minimalist signet ring. Unlike the delicate stacked rings that became trendy, the signet ring has presence due to its rectangular or flattened oval shape. But I'm talking about the minimalist version. A small top, no elaborate engravings, in smooth metal or with very subtle texture. It should be worn alone on the index or middle finger, never the ring finger, to avoid competing with wedding bands. What's interesting about this type of ring is that it adds strategic visual weight to the hands without looking heavy. When you gesture, it brings an element of discreet sophistication. It works especially well for women who don't like statement earrings but still want some interest in their accessories. Ideally, choose a size proportional to your finger. Not so large it looks like a costume piece, not so small it gets lost. This ring also has an interesting psychological effect. It conveys quiet confidence because historically, signets were symbols of authority, and even in the modern minimalist version, they still carry a bit of that energy. Fifth, the ultra-thin hoop earrings. Not statement hoops nor overly subtle mini hoops. They're the medium diameter ones with extremely thin wire, almost like a delicate line. The ideal size is between 3 and 4 centimeters in diameter. This type of hoop has a unique ability to frame the face without visual heaviness. They add a clean look that smaller earrings can't achieve, yet maintain the lightness that thick hoops lose. They work perfectly with both loose and tied-back hair, and are the kind of piece you can wear every day without getting tired of them, because they don't have a personality of their own. They enhance yours. The most elegant finish is matte gold or matte silver, which reflects light softly instead of shining. Ultra-thin hoops also have a practical advantage. They're light enough to wear all day without discomfort, yet visible enough to add facial interest even in photos or video calls. Before we go on, do you also waste time every day not knowing what to wear? If that's your situation, the Look Gallery solves it. It's 1,000 ready-to-wear outfits organized by weather and occasion. You open it on your phone, choose what makes sense for your day, and that's it. A complete outfit to copy, no thinking and no time wasted. Just scan the QR on the screen or click the pinned link. The sixth item is the thin neck scarf, the delicate style you tie loosely. I'm not referring to the classic square silk scarf everyone knows, but those long, narrow, rectangular ones, almost like a wider ribbon, that look perfect tied to the side or with a simple knot falling over the chest. This type of scarf adds movement and sophistication without competing with the rest of the outfit. It works especially well when you want to soften the rigidity of a white shirt or add interest to a plain dress. The key is proportion. It needs to be thin enough to feel like a thoughtful detail, not a main character. Choose colors that subtly connect with the look rather than obvious contrasts. The thin scarf also solves the problem of overly basic looks that need something extra but can't handle a necklace. It fills the neckline with elegance without adding visual weight the way jewelry would. Seventh, the watch with a thin leather strap and minimalist dial. Here it doesn't matter whether it's a functioning watch or purely aesthetic. The important thing is the clean design. A small dial, no numbers or only minimal markers, and a soft leather strap in a neutral or subtly contrasting color. The magic of this accessory is how it anchors the wrist elegantly. While bracelets can feel too feminine or decorative, a minimalist watch brings a balance between delicate and structured. It adds seriousness to lighter outfits and softens looks that are overly formal. The leather strap is essential because metal can compete with other accessories, while leather integrates naturally. Colors like medium brown, black, or even moss green work as unexpected neutrals that elevate the look. An important detail: wear the watch on the opposite wrist of the delicate bracelet if you choose to pair them. This creates visual balance between the arms without overloading one side. The eighth accessory is the structured minimalist clutch. It doesn't need to be a formal evening clutch, but rather a medium-sized one, rectangular or cleanly geometric with no logos or flashy details. The distinguishing factor is the structure. It needs to hold its shape. It cannot be a slouchy bag. This type of clutch works because it adds instant sophistication even to the most casual outfits. When you carry a structured clutch instead of a large bag, the look automatically feels more intentional. It also encourages a more elegant posture. You have to hold it, which naturally makes you more aware of your presence. The most versatile colors are black, deep beige, and rich wine. Wear it for evenings out, daytime events when you don't need to carry much, or simply to elevate a weekend look. The secret is choosing one with a discreet closure, magnetic button or slim zipper, nothing like large gold clasps that draw attention. The ninth and final accessory is the delicate chain necklace with a minimal geometric pendant. I mean very thin chains, almost imperceptible, with a small and simple pendant, a hollow circle, a slim rectangle, a horizontal bar. The ideal length is between 40 and 50 centimeters, the point where it falls just below the collarbone. This type of necklace solves the problem of necklines that look empty but don't call for a statement piece. It adds a subtle point of interest exactly where the eye naturally falls. The key is delicacy. Both the chain and the pendant must be discreet enough not to compete with the face or other accessories, yet present enough to make a difference. Wear it alone for maximum impact. This is not a necklace for layering. The metal should match your other accessories, so if you wear gold in your ring and earrings, keep the necklace gold as well. This type of necklace also works perfectly with basic t-shirts, turning something completely simple into a thoughtful look. These 9 accessories work because they follow a fundamental principle. Elegance lies in precision, not quantity. Each one fulfills a specific function, adding movement, creating definition, bringing balance, or anchoring the look, without stealing the spotlight. What makes these accessories special isn't the price or the brand, but the understanding of how small, well-chosen details build a cohesive and sophisticated image. When you master the strategic use of these pieces, your outfits gain that hard-to-define quality that separates someone well-dressed from someone truly elegant.